Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
Mm. Give me 1 second, please. Hold on. All right, welcome to another class, to our third class. Today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, March 3rd, correct? Wednesday, the belly button of the week. Alejandra is here. All right, let's do it. One more time. Remember, we are doing lesson D. Well, we started lesson D yesterday, right? Lesson D from unit 4. So we are advancing, going ahead very fast with you. So that's something good. All right, some of the things we discussed yesterday. I have the book here. Can you see it? ¿Pueden ver el libro?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
All right. So we began this topic. This topic, I have this question for you. Then I hope you read this part. Here. So the point was that we have to make a comparison about our cultures in many things, right? American versus Mexican versus us. So I want you to read first this part. Okay, I need a volunteer. Alejandra.
Um, are, are you like an every American? Do you work 8 hours a day? Then you rate similar to typical American. In fact, the average American with a full-time job work just over 8 hours a day. How much time do you spend on the internet? The average American spends just under 2.5 hours a day online. So, so do you live your life like the average America? Find out with our quiz.
All right. All right. Flor. No, Flor is not here. Hello. Yes, Flor is here.
It's here.
Can you read the same, please?
Do you work in hours a day? Then you are similar to the tropical American and factor the advanced American with a full-time job. Work just over 8 hours a day. How much time do you spend on the internet? The advanced America spend just under 2.5 hours a day online. So, do you live your life the advanced America find out with our kids?
All right. Lupita, can you do the same? Same reading?
Jane. Do you work 8 hours a day? Then you're similar to the typical American. In fact, the average average American works a full-time job works use over 8 hours a day. How much time do you spend on the internet? The average American spends just under 2.5 hours a day online. So, do you like your life like the average American thing or weeks or quiz or
Uh,
quiz?
all right. We're going to do some corrections at the end. Please, I need Kathy.
Yes. Lo de quiz.
Yes, no, you can read the same.
Uh, do you work 8 hours a day? Then you're similar to the tropical America. In fact, the average American with a full-time job works just over 8 hours a day. How much time do you spend on the internet? The average American spends just under 2.5 hours a day online. So do you live your life like a average American? Find out with our quiz.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on, please. Um, ah, escucho una televisión por ahí, si le pueden bajar el volumen o cerrar el micrófono. Are you like an average? Remember the intonation and the linking of the words. Are you like an average American? Let me show you an
Are
average
you like a average?
Average, average,
together. An average, an average,
An average.
an average American.
An average
average.
American.
America.
Did you see? Are you like an average American? You need to pay attention in the vowels, like an average. You know, this is K, right? This is a consonant. You don't pronounce the E's like an average American.
Like an average America.
Together, right? Okay, so now pay attention to the reading. Do you work 8 hours a day? Do you work 8 hours a day?
Do you work at 8 hours a day?
Do you work 8 hours a day?
You work
Do
8
you work
hours a
8
day?
hours a day?
Then you are similar to the typical American. Then you are similar to the typical American.
Then
Then
you're
you're
similar to the
similar to
typical
typical
American.
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 In fact,
Fact,
In fact,
remember, tenemos una vocal aquí en average.
the
Por eso aquí
average.
es an, ¿verdad? It's an.
Oh,
Si no fuera a.
the
The average American with a full-time job works.
the average
Yo-
Works.
the
a
average American. In
full-time
fact, the
Works.
In fact,
Estamos
the
work, just over 8 hours a day.
I
Just
work
just
over 8
over
hours
this is
a day.
8 hours.
Ajá.
oh,
Okay.
Just,
Just es just, no just.
Just
just
He escuchado mucho que lo repiten como
over
just.
8.
Just over 8
Just,
hours a day.
just hour.
over 8.
Just over 8 hours a day.
Just
Just
over
over 8 hours a day.
hours
Just
a day.
over 8 hours a day. How much time
Over
do you
8 hours
spend?
a day.
How much time do you spend on the internet?
How
How
much
Spend.
much
time you
time do you
spend
spend
on the
in the
internet?
internet?
The average American spends again with
The
S
The
average
just under
American
American
spend
spend
2.5 hours a day online. So you need to pay
you
attention. You need to pay attention when you are reading. Read word by word. No las cambien ni le aumenten. Ya les dije. Enfocarse en la lectura y en las palabras. So do you live? No live. Alguien dijo
live
live. Do you live your life like
your
the average
the average
American?
American.
average American.
Find out. Remember, aquí tienen una D, una consonante. Then you have a vowel. Find out. Find
Find
out.
out. Find
Find
out.
out.
With,
With our with
find out
with our
with
quiz.
our quiz.
Yes. All right. This is the quiz. So you need to practice, as I told you, you need to practice reading. Ponerse a leer mucho, mucho, lo más que puedan para que vayan mejorando. Quiz es un tipo de cuestionario, más no es un cuestionario. Normalmente el quiz is a yes or no option, right? And it's short. We have here the average American and you.
American.
I explained it to you yesterday. Like, first question, you will say yes or no, and then we compare. Do you get up at 6:30 a.m. on weekdays? Lupita, yes or no?
No,
No. Flor?
Yes,
Yes. Katy?
No,
No. Alejandra? Alejandra? I think she's not there. Alejandra, are you there?
no, no está aquí. Creo
No?
que tuvo una falla y se salió.
All right. Number 2. Katy, can you read it?
Do you sing in the shower? Yes.
Katy says yes. What about you, Flor?
no,
No. Lupita?
no,
No.
no.
All right. Flor, can you read number 3?
do you have cereal with milk for breakfast? No,
No?
no,
Okay. Lupita?
No,
Katy?
No.
No? Mm,
No.
okay. Alejandra, are you back? Alejandra? I think she's getting connected. Number 4, Lupita, can you read number 4, please?
do you have a pet? No,
Katy?
Yes, I have.
You have a pet? A dog or a cat?
Yes. A dog.
Dog. Flor?
yes,
A dog or a cat?
dog.
Dog. Oh, nice. Alejandra, are you back? Are you there?
Yes.
All right, just make sure to get closer to the computer so we can hear you. So the question was number 4. Do you have a pet? Yes or no?
Yes, I have a dog.
So you have 3 yes, 1 no. So the American, they don't have a pet. Well, remember it's the average. It's the average.
Average. Average.
Number 5, Kathy, can you read it?
Do you use public transportation every day? And yes.
Flor?
No,
No?
no, todos los días no.
Lupita?
No.
Alejandra?
Yes.
Yes. So we have 2 and 2. So the American says no. Well, nowadays, most of the Americans use the train because it's easier and convenient and cheaper. Number 6, Alejandra, can you read number 6?
Do you watch television about 3 hours a day? No,
Alejandra says no.
no.
Flor?
Yes,
Lupita?
Yes.
Katy?
Yes.
So yes and yes, you see? Well, 3 hours? Well, depending if you're watching a movie or something, right? And if you watch a movie every day. Do you exercise when we say 3 hours a day? Maybe you watch the TV right now in the morning, like 20 minutes. Then later after lunch, you watch it like 30 minutes and so on. So during the day, you have 3 hours, right? Number 7, Flor.
do you exercise every day? No,
Lupita,
No.
Katy,
No.
Alejandra.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we have 3 no's and 1 yes. So the American says no, they don't exercise every day. Okay, the last one. Let's do the last one. Number 8. Do you eat at a restaurant 3 times a week? Katy,
No.
Alejandra,
No.
Lupita,
No.
Flor.
no.
All right, we have 4 no's, and the Americans say yes. They love to eat out. They are always in restaurants because they don't like to cook, right? And we Mexicans, sometimes we cannot afford to go out so many times. Depending on the situation. I used to do it a lot when few months ago. Like every day in a restaurant, but I didn't cook. I didn't have a chance to cook. That's why. So the question is, let's see, Lupita, can you read here?
What?
Can you read here?
So are you like the average American? If you're not, that's okay. It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. If you are, that's okay too. because the average American is happy.
So are you like the average
Happy.
American? Pay attention,
Americans happy.
Lupita, pay attention to your pronunciation and fix those
Sí.
words.
Ajá.
Pero primero escucha y luego mentalmente lo vas captando. No lo
Sí.
repitas. So
Sí.
are you like the average American? If you're not, that's okay. It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. If you are, that's okay too, because the average American is happy. One more time, Lupita, I want you to read and pay attention to your mistakes.
Yes.
Go ahead. You
So,
start reading.
are you like the average
The
the
average
average American?
American.
If you're not, that's okay. It's fun to
compare
compare your
Your life.
life with the
lives
lives
life con F, life
lives
with the lives con B, W.
lives of people
Who in another
in another country.
case you are.
If you are, that's okay too, because the average
The average
American is happy.
All right. Remember when you read, if you have a question mark,
Average.
you have to make it, lo tienen que, si ven el signo de interrogación, tienen que hacerlo como pregunta, ¿verdad? La
Okay.
entonación.
so
If you're not, comma, that's okay. Sigue.
That's okay.
It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. Punto. If you
Punto.
are, comma, that's okay too, comma, because the average American is happy.
Average American
Because the
is
average American is happy.
Is
That's
happy.
an exclamation mark here.
Okay.
All right. Flor, let's see. Can you read the same, please?
okay. So are you like the Avengers American?
Ah, no. Empieza otra vez.
So are you like the Avenged American?
A ver, esta palabrita.
The Avenged. Average.
Average. Pon
Average.
atención en la palabra, no las cambies.
So you are like the average American?
Yes.
If you are not, that's okay. It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. If you are, that's okay too, because the average American is happy.
All right. Just remember, it's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. Life es singular y lives es plural. Vida, vidas. ¿Verdad? En life, singular. Life, singular. Cuando pasa a plural, la F, esta F, se convierte en B y se le agrega ES. Sounds like lives. No lives. Lives is when you're talking about a verb, like he lives, she lives. That's something different. That's the verb to live. Okay?
Okay.
Alejandra, can you please read the same?
Okay. So, are you like the average American? If you read not, That's okay. It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. If you are, that's okay too, because the average American is happy.
Okay. How do you say this word? This one.
That's okay too.
Alejandra, ¿cómo dijiste
Mm,
esa palabra?
to,
Two.
to,
Dijiste to.
to,
You see, te diste cuenta. Es two.
to. Dije
Uh-huh.
to.
Yes. All right. Kathy, you are the last one.
Okay. So are you like the average American? If you are not, that's okay. It's fun to compare your life with the lives of people in another country. If you are, that's okay too, because the average American is happy.
Yes. In every sentence I tell you, in every, I am always telling you about cómo tener una mejor dicción, pronunciación o entonación en las palabras, que es juntar consonantes con vocales, ¿verdad? In a hurry, here, I'm sorry, in a hurry. In another country, in another country. If you are, that's okay too, because the average American is happy. So try to read fast. Well, not fast, so with pacing. So es importante la lectura, bastante. La lectura cuando se lee en voz alta, claro. Porque en forma profesional, pues ya un buen lector, por ejemplo, si estás leyendo frente a un grupo que tal vez digas, pues eso nunca lo voy a hacer o no sé, pero eso mejora tu dicción para hablarlo, para soltar tu lengua y poder unir oraciones y palabras. O sea, más adelante les voy a recomendar un libro para que lo lean, como cuentos o algo así, y se metan un poquito en la lectura. Eso les va a ayudar bastante a desarrollar esa habilidad. All right, we have some questions of true or false. It's from the reading, it's from here. Like number 1, works under 10 hours a day. And this is the average American. They say true.
Es falso.
Say true.
False.
Can you find that information? It's on top. In fact, the average American with a full-time job works just over 8 hours a day. 8 hours. And the question is, works under 10 hours a day. So that's true or false?
Mm,
True.
es que la palabra under tiene como significado como si fuera de menos de 10 horas, ¿no?
Right.
Entonces es verdadero, es true.
It is the same under, like you are underage, eres menor. Underage means que no tienes 18 años. Underage, right? Under también, you can use under on other different sentences, like this one. So that's true. That's why it's true. It's already marked. Number 2, spends 3.5 hours on the internet every day. Spends 3.5 hours. on the internet every day?
False.
False.
You're talking about the American.
False.
False.
Es false porque es 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you can read
Almost
here.
time.
It's true.
The average American spends just under 2.5 hours a day online. So internet and online is the same.
False. False.
And it says
False.
it's 3.5 hours. Acá dice
Two.
2.5. So it's true or false?
False.
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 So remember, the questions, your answer how to match with the reading.
Yeah.
Everything is there. Number 3,
A.
gets up. Aquí
Gets
tenemos
up.
una S, remember, y tenemos una vocal, consonante vocal, gets up.
Gets up.
Gets up at 8 a.m.
And
The same, tenemos otra consonante y tenemos 8. At 8 a.m. At 8. Gets up at 8.
Gets up
Gets up
at
at 8
8.
a.m. Ajá.
About 8.
Gets up at 8 a.m.
It's
Gets
about,
up at 8 a.m.
Gets
it's
up.
about every.
At again.
Up at 8 a.m. Gets up at 8 a.m. Gets up at 8 a.m.
Gets up at.
When you say it fast, sounds like, really? Gets up at 8 a.m. Gets up at 8 a.m. Gets up at 8 a.m. Because
it's a,
you see,
it's a bad.
A sounds like A. So you say A 2 times. A
A.
a.m.
A.M.
Pero uno es 8 con una T
Eight.
al final. 8 a.m.
8 A.M.
8 a.m.
Ok, poquito a poquito le van a ir agarrando. Ok, number 4. Let's get the answer.
¿Y cuál fue?
Todavía no
Es
lo contestamos.
falso.
Todavía no lo contestamos.
Falso.
¿Por qué? Porque se levantan, ¿a qué hora se levantan? They get up at
There are 6,
6:30.
6.5.
6:30.
6:30 a.m. You see, they say yes. So they don't get up at 8. Number 4, eat cereal in the morning.
Cereal in the morning. True.
True. True.
True. Number 5, it's a restaurant about 4 times a week.
True.
False.
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 About
False.
Why they say 3 times a week,
3.
times.
not 4
No,
times.
not 4 times. True.
You have another
False.
example. You have another example with the consonant and the vowel. It's a restaurant. It's at a restaurant about 4 times a week. It's
It's
at
a
it's
restaurant.
at a,
4 times a week.
escuchen primero. It's at a restaurant.
It's at a restaurant.
Juntan it's at, terminante it's at a restaurant. So juntan la S con la A, la T con la A. It's at a restaurant about 4 times a week.
It's at a restaurant.
En su tiempo libre tienen que practicarlo. You have to practice. Cuando terminemos el curso, el primer nivel, lo tienen que hablar muy bien, ¿ok?
It's at a restaurant.
Bueno, supongamos que para el tercero. Para el tercero. Les doy chance. No, esa técnica es muy buena. Es la habilidad esta de juntar del linking y de intonation. Más que nada el linking. Estoy hablando del linking, de juntar consonantes con vocales en una oración. Y mantener estable lo que es la oración y hasta le darle una entonación hacia arriba o hacia abajo, dependiendo. Pero es importante que lo practiquen. So what is the answer? False, right? Last one, number 6. Number 6, uses public transportation every day.
False.
False.
Why? You have it here, number 5.
False.
They say
It's
no.
false.
False.
It's
False.
false. So we are, with this chart, we are comparing something about the American culture. Especially when I get food, the lunch or breakfast. Americans usually have breakfast, and usually it's cereal with milk or some eggs with ham or bacon and some potatoes, right? In Mexico, it's always like for breakfast you have café con pan,
Fruit.
or maybe some fruit, and then you have a strong lunch at noon. Que unas albóndigas, así bien picositas, unas enchiladas,
Con relleno.
right? So it's a different culture. That's why we are comparing, right?
Teacher, you visit the United States?
The United States, I used to live
Uh-huh.
there. Ya viví 17 años. Tengo 2 años viviendo en México. Bueno, ya son 2 años, 3 meses, porque estamos en marzo. So living there for a long time, well, you can see this every day, different culture. Pero hay veces que es tanto que te acostumbras a la cultura de allá, a cómo se vive, la rutina y todo eso. Es lo que no me gusta de allá. Por eso me siento mejor en mi país, ¿verdad? No hay como México.
Sí es.
Siempre dije, Estados Unidos es muy bonito porque tiene bellezas naturales, no tantas como México, pero no se respira esa libertad, esa humildad, esa esencia que tenemos aquí en México, que es un pueblo, en general, México como país es un pueblo mágico. ¿Por qué? Porque la gente no toda, ¿verdad? Hay una que otra que es media maldita, pero bueno, en general la gente de aquí es muy bella, tiene de todo, lo que es la gastronomía, la comida, lo que son los lugares naturales, lugares coloniales, playas. Es inmenso, 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 inmenso. Por eso México es uno de los países más grandes del mundo en cuanto a eso, a su potencial. Simplemente que pues, desgraciadamente pues no se ha sabido aprovechar, ¿verdad? Por lo que tiene. Entonces, pero bueno, ese es otro tema para el siguiente capítulo. Listening is the next skill. Teen habits. All right, you're going to read about the habits of an average teenager in the United States. Then listen to an interview with a teenager, Tyler Johnson, and you have to complete. This is the average teenager. On your left and on your right, you have Tyler Johnson's answers. So pay attention, please. Let's say we are on page 41. Okay, it's loading, it's coming. Pay attention,
Page
please.
41, Lesson D. On average. 2. Listening. Teen habits. A. Read about the habits of an average teenager in the United States. Then, listen to an interview.
Hey, Tyler, here's an interesting article about teenagers, about their daily habits. Just listen to this. An average teenager sends or receives over 200 text messages a day. That's amazing.
200? Yeah, well, I only send about 50 messages a day.
Yeah, but how many do you receive?
Well, probably about 50. Oh, okay. So I send and receive about 100 text messages a day. That's not bad.
And what about music? Do you listen to a lot of music? The average teenager listens to music for 2 hours a day.
I don't know. Actually, I only listen when I'm on the bus or train, and that's about 2 hours every day. So I think I listen to music about 2 hours a day. I guess I'm pretty average when it comes to music.
Yeah. And then it says teenagers spend over 4 hours a day on the internet.
Oh, I don't spend that much time. You know, I'm only on for about 2 hours at night. Oh, wait. I spend about 2 hours on different social networks during the day. Okay, so I guess I spend 4 hours a day on the internet. Is that a lot?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, how much television do you watch? It says here that an average teenager watches about 20 hours a week of television. Now that's a lot.
20 hours? I don't watch 20 hours a week. Let's see. On weekdays, I watch about 3 hours at night, and then on the weekends, I watch 3 or 4 baseball games or soccer matches. So that's probably 8 hours. So how much is that?
It's 23 hours a week. I mean, that's almost one whole day a week you spend watching TV.
So I spend 23 hours a week in front of the TV. Wow, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Great. Would you like to listen one more time, or do you have the answers? Ladies?
I guess I have the answer.
What about the others? Lupita, Flor, Alejandra? Are you okay, or do you want to listen again?
Repeat, please.
Listen again.
Me falta la número.
Repeat.
Okay. Can you repeat?
And repeat.
Can you repeat?
You can,
Not repeat. Can you repeat?
can you repeat, please?
Yes, yes. Here you go. Hold on.
1. Lesson D. On average. 2. Listening. A. Read about the habits of an average teenager in the United States. Then, listen to an interview. Clean the house. Tyler Johnson.
Hey, Tyler, here's an interesting article about teenagers, about their daily habits. Just listen to this. An average teenager sends or receives over 200 text messages a day. That's amazing.
200? Yeah, well, I only send about 50 messages a day.
Yeah, but how many do you receive?
Well, probably about 50. Oh, okay. So I send and receive about 100 text messages a day. That's not bad.
And what about music? Do you listen to a lot of music? The average teenager listens to music for 2 hours a day.
I don't know. Actually, I only listen when I'm on the bus or train. And that's about 2 hours every day. So I think I listen to music about 2 hours a day. I guess I'm pretty average when it comes to music.
Yeah. And then it says teenagers spend over 4 hours a day on the internet.
Oh, I don't spend that much time. You know, I'm only on for about 2 hours at night. Oh, wait. I spend about 2 hours on different social networks during the day. Okay, so I guess I spend 4 hours a day on the internet. Is that a lot?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, how much television do you watch? It says here that an average teenager watches about 20 hours a week of television. Now that's a lot.
20 hours? I don't watch 20 hours a week. Let's see. On weekdays, I watch about 3 hours at night. And then on the weekends, I watch 3 or 4 baseball games or soccer matches. So that's probably 8 hours. So how much is that?
It's 23 hours a week. I mean, that's almost one whole day a week you spend watching TV.
So I spend 23 hours a week in front of the TV. Wow, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Great. I hope you have the answers.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we are doing Tyler. So what would be the first one? Tense
50.
50, right? Because he sends 50 and he receives 50, so it's about 100. So it's less than the average. The average is 200. The average teenager listens to music for 2 hours every day. And Tyler listens to music for how many hours?
Hours.
How many?
2 hours.
2
Hours.
hours.
2 hours.
Hours. No hours.
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 2 hours.
The average teenager spends over 4 hours a day on the internet. Tyler spends
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
hours, no hours, hours,
Oh, well.
hours.
Hours.
The average teenager, si se dan cuenta, you realize here we are using the third person. That's why it's with S. You see the verbs? All the verbs are with S, so you need to pay attention to that too. On average, teenager watches TV about 20 hours a week. Tyler watches TV about
23.
23.
23.
all right, 23, 3, not 3.
23.
3.
23.
Ese 3 se oye muy feo. 3,
3.
3, yes,
3.
23.
23.
yes. All right, listen to some Tyler's statements again. Are you like Tyler or you different? Or are you different? You had 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you're going to check if you are like him, the same, like they have the same routine and those, or you are different? Pay attention and listen. Hold on, please.
Page 41. 2. Listening. Teen habits. B. Listen to some of Tyler's statements again. Are you like Tyler, or are you different? Check the correct box. 1. So I send and receive about 100 text messages a day. That's not bad.
Number 1.
2. So I think I listen to music about 2 hours a day. I guess I'm pretty average when it comes to music. 3. Okay, so I guess I spend 4 hours a day on the internet. Is that a lot? 4. So I spend 23 hours a week in front of the TV. Wow, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
All right. About messages, are you the same or different to Tyler? From Tyler. Ladies, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
En lo que se refiere a textos, ¿son igual a Tyler o son diferentes?
I am
Diferentes.
different.
You're different. Remember, he sends over
Diferentes.
50 messages. He sends and receives about 100, right? 50 and 50. So you are different. Lupita says she's different. Flor,
Different.
Different.
Katy,
Different.
different. Alejandra,
Different.
yes, like too many messages, right? Well, depending, because if you work with messages, or example, what I do is that's different. Second one, about music. He listens to music about 2 hours every day. Are you different or the same like Tyler? Lupita, are you different or the same? 2 hours
Same.
every day, same. Flor,
Same.
Katy,
Same.
same. Alejandra,
Same. También.
okay. So you agree with him? Well, 2 hours. I don't listen.
maestro.
Third one, he spends 4 hours a day on the internet. Remember, 4 hours during the day, not all together.
Different.
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 Katy,
Different.
different. Well, because sometimes, like now, you work on the internet. Like now, we are working on the internet, right? We are using Zoom. So that's like 90 minutes. Like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but everybody is different. What about the last one? He watches TV about 23 hours a week. A week.
Mm.
But he said 2 hours,
I'm
like 2 hours
different.
today, 3 hours tomorrow, and then etc. Kathy, you said you're different?
Yes.
Different.
Different. We are talking, remember, about habits. Habits.
Habits.
Something that you do every day. Flor? Different?
Different.
Alejandra?
Different.
Okay. So we have only one is just, you're just like Tyler about the music. And the rest, you're different. Well, he is a teenager. Some teenagers do different stuff. Like they have more free times. I don't know. All right, let's continue with next exercise. How's this exercise been? ¿Sí le están entendiendo?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's continue with this. Writing and speaking. A typical week. Complete the sentences, then tell a partner about your typical week, then take notes on your partner's typical week. For example, I take classes 2 hours a week. Check the time expression, 2 hours a week, not per week.
A week.
A week.
A week.
A la semana.
6.
3 hours a week, 6 hours a week. I work. So this one, you do it on your own, con su propia información. Y aquí me van a dar la información de su partner. Los voy a poner en equipo. Okay? This is you. You put the number here. And this is, let's say, Miguel and Katy. I put Katy here. She take classes 4 hours a week, an example. And the rest. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
¿Quién se está durmiendo? Hasta acá escuché el bostezo. Me llegó. All right, just join the teams, please. Okie dokie, everybody's back. How was it? Let's see what you did. We were discussing this typical week for me and a typical week for my partner, right? This is your information and your classmate, right? Let's do one example of each one. Kathy, I take classes.
I take classes 21 hours a week.
21 hours a week. What about your partner?
She takes classes 6 hours a week.
Who is your partner? Lupita?
Yes.
Lupita takes classes. How many?
A ver,
6 hours.
6 hours
take classes 6 hours a week.
a week. Floor. I work or I study. How many hours a week? Flor? Or Alejandra?
Sí, con Ale.
Yes,
Ah,
that's your
10 hours a
Flor.
week.
10?
10.
10. What about your partner, Alejandra?
Alex.
Alejandra?
60.
60?
60. No, 15. 40. 25.
25.
No, 15. Ah, ya me enredé con los números.
15.
15.
15. All right, Alejandra, 15. I spend, Lupita.
Yes,
Well, Kathy first.
yes.
I spend, Kathy. I spend how many hours a week on the internet?
I spend 56 hours a week.
56?
Yes.
All right. What about Lupita? How many?
Six.
She spends 6 hours a week.
6 hours a week on the internet. Lupita, okay. I watched TV, Flor, how many hours?
21 hours a week.
21 hours a week. What about Alejandra?
10 hours.
Hours?
Hours.
Ok, ¿cómo dije que se decía? Hours, hours.
Hours.
No hours, hours.
Hours.
Hours. Hours.
Es como este, hour. Pero lleva H. Same pronunciation. Hour.
Hour.
Hours. Hours.
Hour.
All right, let's do the last one. I spend, Kathy, hours a week with my friends.
I spend 2 hours a week with my friends.
2 hours a week with your friends. What about Lupita?
2,
2 hours
2,
a week.
oh,
All right, cool. Great. So we are talking about average, right? Like some stuff like you do every day, some things you do every day is you add 1 hour today, 2 hours tomorrow, then 3 hours on Thursday, on Friday you have the total, right? A week. So sometimes when you say, oh, I watch TV too much, I watch too much TV, or I am on the cell too many hours or whatever. All right, let's continue with the last one because we're about to finish. Well, remember this is the reading section. The last one. Read about a student on a class website. Circle the capital letters. Find a rule for each circle letters in the help note. Remember, capital letters. These are the capital letters. Capital letters. It's like A, B, C, D, E, etc. And lowercase letters are like A, B, C, D, E. Check the difference. Capital letters, mayúsculas, lowercase letter, minúsculas. Right? Then you need to circle the capital letters here. So remember, after each period, this is the period. You have periods here. Oh, hold on. You have a period here. After a period, you always use capital letter. Period, capital letter. So you need to circle. You need to circle the capital letter. So that's what you have to do. This is one exercise. All right. Let's see. Flor, can you read this little composition, this letter?
El texto. Maritza is a new student in the class. Capital letter is M.
Continue.
She is from Rio originally. She has a very busy week. Busy week. She has English class over 88 hours a week.
Okay, classes.
Classes.
Yes, plural.
Classes over 28 hours a week.
¿Qué número es este? Hall.
18,
18.
No, pues sí, 18,
18,
¿verdad?
18,
18.
18.
18 hours a week. She studies about 2 hours every night. She also takes a Chinese class or
Chinese.
Chinese class or Saturday. She doesn't watch TV a lot, only 1 hour a day. In the evenings,
Punto.
she
1 hour a
Also.
day. Punto.
Also.
in the evening, she relaxes with her friends.
All right. Okay, you always change the words in a text. So you said she students, she studies, she studies, third person. And this one you corrected, it's a Chinese, right? She also takes a Chinese class, class on Saturdays. She doesn't watch TV a lot. Only 1 hour a day. In the evenings, she relaxes with her friends. So the same, when you find readings like this, please practice, practice. Tienen que mejorar bastante. Okay, one more volunteer. ¿Quién más quiere leer?
I'm.
Yo,
Please. ¿Quién dijo primero?
Yo.
Bueno,
Alejandra.
a ver, primero dijo Katy y luego Alejandra. Uno por uno.
Okay. Marisa is a new student in the class. She's from Rio originally. She has a very busy week. She has English classes over 18 hours a week. She studies about 2 hours every night. She also takes a Chinese class on Saturday. She doesn't watch TV a lot, only 1 hour a day. In the evening, she relaxes with her friends.
Great. Good job. Alejandra. Mademoiselle Alejandra, s'il vous plaît.
Chinese.
Alejandra, are you there? ¿Está Alejandra o no está Alejandra?
Y ya voy, es que se trabó mi computadora.
Ok, yo creí que te había ido por el lunch. Continue, please.
Ya me voy, bye.
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Sí, un favor. I need a big favor. If you are, if you have some noise in your background, si tienes mucho ruido en su casa o lo que sea, traten de apagar el micrófono. Al menos que estén participando, tengan alguna pregunta. Please. Yes? ¿Sí o no? No dijeron nada.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Yes,
Alright,
teacher.
Continue, Alejandra.
Marisa is a new student in the class. She's from Rio originally. She has a very busy week. She has English classes over 18 hours a week. She studies about 2 hours every night. She also takes a Chinese class on Saturday. She doesn't watch TV a lot, only
1 hours a day. In the evening, she relaxes with her friends.
All right, students. Marisa is a new student, no students. It's not plural.
Student.
She's from Rio originally. She has a very busy, Alejandra is
Busy.
busy, not bossy. She has English
Busy.
classes over 18 hours a week. She studies about 2 hours. A ver, ¿cómo dice esta palabra? Hours. Repite hours. Alejandra?
Hours.
No, hours.
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 It's like
Hours.
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 When,
Hours.
when you see the word, cuando ven la palabra, no vean las letras como está escrito, sino la pronunciación. Hours.
Hours.
Hours every night.
Hours every
Here
night.
is also, she also takes a Chinese class on Saturdays. Tienen que remarcar mucho la S cuando lleva S.
She also takes a
Y
Chinese class.
tampoco agregarle S cuando no lleva, ¿verdad? She doesn't watch TV a lot. Only 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day. In the evenings, aquí no es evening o evening. Evenings, evening, she relaxes with her friends. All right, Lupita.
Voy. Marisa is a new student in the class. She's from Rio originally. She has a very busy week. She has English classes over 18 hours a week. She studies about 2 hours every night. She also takes a Chinese class on Saturdays. She doesn't watch TV a lot, only 1 hour a day. In the evening, she relaxes with the friends.
Okay, last part. She relaxes with her friends.
She relaxes with her friends.
No. She relaxes with her friends.
Her friends.
With termina en TH, ¿verdad? Entonces la lengua va como entre los dientes. With her friends.
With her friends.
Her friends. Her
Good.
friends.
Just some the same words almost. Remember hours.
Hours.
Every not every night.
Every night.
Night. Termina en night. She
Night.
also takes a Chinese class on Saturdays.
Chinese class on Saturdays.
Yes, great. Just remember when you have to make a pause and you have an exclamation, it could be a exclamation mark or
Saturdays.
just pay attention to that, the periods and the comma, so you can have a better reading.
Yes.
All right, last thing. That's what I told you at the beginning. Use capital letters for new sentences. Like when you begin here. New sentence, new sentence, new sentence, new sentence. Here in another new sentence, because you have a period here. People's names.
People's name. Marisa.
Names of places. Rio.
Rio.
Yes. Name of languages.
English.
English. He
English.
usa muchos que ponen English con singular, con
English.
minúscula.
English.
English, Spanish, Italian,
English,
Portuguese,
Spanish.
all is with capital letter.
Okay.
English.
Days of the week.
Saturdays.
Right. The same with the months like March. You see, I don't know if you have seen that I always use capital letters on the months like December, January, February, March. Siempre es con mayúsculas. Tanto los
Yes.
meses, las estaciones del año. No, no las estaciones, los meses,
Los nombres.
los nombres, los días del año. En inglés es diferente en algunos detalles al español. So you have to pay attention to that.
Yes.
Use a period. You see, this is a period. At the end of your sentences. All right?
Yes.
Great. Sorry. For part of your vocabulary or your homework besides the workbook, please try to check the last part of the book. You have a vocabulary notebook. You have verbs, verbs, verbs. Revísenlo. Y eso les puede servir muchísimo también. Now, here,
The newspaper.
you can review the unit. Lo que se hace cada unidad. I need to review how to. You need to check or to put an exclamation mark. Recuerden que tienen que dominar bien cada tema de la unidad, porque obviamente todo viene en el examen. Lesson D, it's kind of difficult, you find it, but maybe you find a couple sentences about reading. Okay? So we finished lesson D today, and we will continue with with unit 5 tomorrow. All right. Any questions? Questions?
No, teacher.
No.
No?
No.
All right. How was the class today? How was the class today?
It was good.
It was good? It was okay?
Yes.
Lupita, how was the class today?
Yeah. How was the class?
How was the class today? I am talking about the English class, right? The class.
The class.
Ajá. ¿Cómo estuvo la clase hoy?
Muy bien.
Yeah, but you need to understand how was the class today? Say it in English.
Oh.
Try, Lupita.
Muy bien.
Dilo en inglés.
En English.
Of course.
Of course.
Was okay. It was okay. It was good. I like it. I didn't like it.
I like it.
All right. Tienen que estar preparadas para preguntas así sencillas.
Yes.
Okay. Flor, how was the class today?
It's good.
Did you learn something?
Yes.
All right. Alejandra, did you learn something new today?
Repeat, please.
Did you learn something new today? Do you like the class?
Yes. This class it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
Yes, try to find adjectives to describe something. No se queden nada más calladas y digan was good, was okay, and that's it. Traten de aumentar su vocabulario.
All
Okay, para que vayan expandiendo sus conocimientos, pero no se queden nada más con una oración y ya está. Eso es parte del aprendizaje, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Entonces, poco a poco vayan expresándose. Cuando se les pregunte algo, traten de expandirse un poquito más. Es como esas preguntas que les decía de ustedes de yes or no. Es un poquito más. ¿Ok?
Dar más información.
Right. Más información adicional a lo que se le está preguntando. Oh, yes, I like the class. I like the routine. I like the exercises. I learned something new today. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, anyway, we are done for today. I wait for your homework. Todavía espero tareas de algunos de ustedes de ayer y de hoy. No sé si estoy equivocado, pero recuerden al final de lo que no hicimos en esta unidad pasada, en estas 3 unidades. Al final de la unidad 6, antes del examen, les voy a pedir que me manden las tareas que han acumulado. Quiero ver si las hicieron todas, porque me las mandan un día sí, un día no, o se les olvida.
Okay.
Digo, ya las
Teacher,
tienen ahí.
mandó
Ya
hoy
las
las
tienen.
dos porque ayer no
Yo al
estuve en mi
principio,
clase.
yo al principio no entendía cuando decía usted las tareas, entonces yo como que sí estudiaba lo que veíamos y luego preparaba algo así, ¿no? Y ahorita pues ya me voy a poner al frente.
Sí, va a ser
Ahorita
corriente.
ya mandé 2, las de esta semana.
Anyway, lo que quiero decir es que ya tienen sus tareas hechas, ¿verdad? Ya al final nada más necesito que me manden, por ejemplo, unidad 1, bueno, unidad 4. Las lección A, lección B, lección C y lección D. Unidad 4, ¿verdad? Luego sigue unidad 5, que es la que vamos a empezar. Lección A, lección B, lección D. Tipo portafolio. Porque eso ya las tienen hechas, nada más me las van a mandar como me las están mandando ahorita, pero va a ser como un resumen.
Okay.
¿Ok?
Teacher, ya me tengo que ir.
No, ya terminamos, ya terminamos. Thank you, ladies. See you tomorrow, same time. Okay?
See you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye
See you
bye. Have a
tomorrow.
nice day.
See
Have a
you
nice
there.
day.